Hi, my name is Tiffany Engel. I'm an adjunct in the ESL department, and I wanted to share four basic things that really help me when I think about flipping my classroom. And I just wanted to give a little background. Why did I get into flipping the classroom in the first place? And the main reason is that I had a class one semester at PCC. It was a listening and speaking level 2 class, and my class did not want to do the listening activities in class. Every time I tried to do a listening activity during class, everybody was on their cell phone, everybody was on their iPad, and they were playing games, and I felt like I was going to lose my mind. So midterm of the semester, it was spring break, and so during spring break, I completely wrote the rest of my class so that we were doing 0 listening activities in class, and the students were doing all of the listening activities outside of class, and inside class they had to work with a group to put on some kind of performance aspect of what they had listened to, whether it be vocabulary focus or grammar focus or some kind of type of conversation focus or content focus. In class they were working in groups, creating something that they were going to present to the class. At home they were listening and doing the preparations that they needed to do. And that helped my class so much, and I was shocked at how engaged the class was after I made the switch to flipping. And so that was just an amazing experience for me, and so it made me really rethink my pedagogy. When am I having a hard time engaging my class, and could flipping actually help the class to be more engaged? So now to the 4 things that I want to tell you about flipping. The first thing that I wanted to mention with flipping is that it makes me think about the level of rigor in the practice that I'm having students do. If I flip my lessons so that my students are getting the input online at home, then the activities that I do in class have to be rethought so that the level of rigor is high enough so that it warrants me being there. So if I'm going to be there and I'm going to be present, I want them to do something that's rigorous enough that they're going to have to ask me questions and engage me as the teacher. I'm expecting them to get a little bit stuck, and I'm expecting the activity to push them to use more strategies than they might normally use when they're at home, where they might be like, this is too hard, and space out and stop. So in class, if they've listened to a lecture online or watched a video online, they can come to class and engage, not just individually, but as a group with other students, and really learn from each other what each other has learned at home. They can kind of jigsaw their knowledge and put together a performance piece or a speaking project or a writing piece that they've done collaboratively, and it really engages a little bit more of that academic rigor that we're looking for. The second thing that I wanted to mention is to give yourself some time to learn. This is my friend Eki. He's an overhead projector. You can see his lovely technology. He has an on-off switch right here. And I think that's all. I think that's all he's got. So technology has gotten more complicated. That doesn't mean that you have to know how to use it all immediately. The important thing with flipping is seeing if flipping might be a good goal for your class because you would like to add some academic rigor, and then take that idea and see what you can find online. Search YouTube, search some other sites, and see if you can find some things that are already ready for your class. And if you produce little videos, you can use your phone, you can use your computer to create really short videos, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 10 minutes. It doesn't matter how long it is. It really doesn't matter where you take the video or the production quality of the video. Your students really do care about the content, and your students think it's cool that you're in the video. Now, I don't love being on video. It's not my favorite thing. I don't like looking at myself. I don't like hearing myself talk, but our students really do enjoy it. And I've had so many students come to me and say, wow, you made us a video. Like, you must love teaching. Do you just teach all the time? And it's funny to see the reaction that students give because we've broken into their space and into their world, and they really feel like technology is their world. And so it doesn't matter how high tech or how low tech, it could just be something simple. So don't get daunted by technology. The third thing that I wanted to mention about flipping is mix it up. You don't have to flip your entire course at once. There's a lot of talk online about flipping your course, flipping your program, but that's really for people who are thinking in that bigger picture way and have the time to set all that up. It takes a lot of time to flip a course. So what I'm trying to do is flip one lesson or one unit at a time as I see the need. And so this semester I'm focusing on one type of flipping, and so I'm going to try to flip how I teach essay structure and paragraph structure. I'm going to have some instructional videos online with some PowerPoint presentations, some Prezis, some other resources online. Then when students come to class, they're going to do some scaffolded activities that kind of lead them into writing an essay. So they'll be doing some comparing of first drafts and second drafts. They're going to be looking at revision techniques in class, and then they're also going to be writing a practice essay together with a group and collaborating on how to make that essay stronger. So that way I can spend more time in class on that process writing and that rigorous like rewriting and making something better quality, whereas outside of class they're going to be listening to that information, watching that information, and getting that kind of like download of information into their mind. So I'm not going to flip every activity I do in class. I'm just going to focus on one thing this semester. So as you come up with some problem that you have in class, try to think of, could flipping help that to improve and the learning to improve from that situation. And the last thing that I wanted to say is focus on being an active facilitator when you're flipping your classroom. When we're flipping, a lot of people fear like, well, what am I going to do during class? Am I just going to be standing there like while they work and do their homework? Like, that's silly. And that goes back to number one. You want to practice rigor. And one of the goals of flipping is to make your environment more rigorous academically, not less. So they're not going to be doing just the same thing that they would normally do for homework. They're going to be doing something where they need you to be that active facilitator in the classroom, and they need the leadership of like a group leader for their teams that they're on, or if they're working individually, they're going to need to ask you questions. I like to use teams because it's easier for me to facilitate and walk around if I have 6 groups than if I have 30 individuals working on an activity together or individually. So when you're flipping, make sure you think, how can I be an active facilitator? How can I make sure that I'm getting to everybody who needs help? Because that's the main goal of me being there, is being able to actively be in what they're doing and answer questions. That's all that I have, and I hope that you guys enjoy the retreat. I really wish I could be there today, and I hope a lot of productive conversation happens. All right, thanks for letting me participate. Bye, guys.